this is our Cirrus. This is our Grove 103. We have the CAP's 222 over there. Then we have an old Duster in the back that's for sale, I think. Watch the tie down hose here. Okay. Can you see that?
Yep.
You almost.
I see.
All right. We have a Spirit in the back. I think it's for sale. And this is a winch. So it's all kind of self-contained. We have a service box on it. We carry the cones, fuel tank back behind. Again, whenever we move it, we put it on a flatbed trailer. But towing it around the field, it tows fine. It'll tow up to 50 just fine, but at about 50, it'll start, it's pretty nose heavy. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. And so, again, I think I still have the old pictures, but let me talk about what we did. We went and, it had an old Ford 289 engine in it, had the piano wire on it, but we liked everything else. All the design and everything, as I go through it, you'll see what I mean, was just right on what we were wanting. But our whole deal was the most amount of power, the most amount of altitude we could get without any malfunctions on the tow line for the best money. Well, we wanted the diesel hydrocoupled, and all of a sudden we were over 100,000. So, it just gets expensive. So what we did was we took the old 289 off, put a Chevy 350 on it. This motor was one that was going on a drag car. In fact, I think they did an 8 or 9 second run with it. You'll hear it. It's got a nice cam in it. He had headers on it. We took the headers off and put the manifold on. We wanted the low end, not the high end, so we put the manifolds back on. Redid the exhaust and moved it out to the end because your wind is coming this way. Okay. You're launching the glider into the wind, so the air flow is totally different. So it takes the exhaust away from you. Right. Then we turned around and we put an electric fan on the outside of the radiator because we're pulling the air through the radiator. Okay. Okay, so it's a reverse flow, and see that. And we put a cage on the front, and we always bright orange that so that you've got you're coming up on the stop portion of the tow. And so then we took that 350, we put on a turbo 400 transmission. Okay. And then as you get into towing, it's all about how smooth that tow is. Well, one of the things that you really can't do much about is line stacking. Okay, as the line stacks, you'll feel a little thump. That's gear changing? No, that's the line stacking. Yeah, okay. And but it's very critical on a winch, and I'll come back to that. Well, one of the things that was giving us a little bit of an issue was the gears shift. So we put diesel flyweights on it to where as you accelerate, it goes 1, 2, 3 before you ever come off the ground. Okay, it's kind of a key feature of the winch.
That's called diesel flyweight?
Yeah, it's for a diesel engine. Okay. And so it's made to make those gears change, as you power up, it's in third gear or, in drive as the glider comes off. It doesn't shift in the tow or in the initial part. Then we changed the differential, the pumpkin, to a different gear drive to launch big gliders. And this, like I say, our Grove is 1,323 pounds to takeoff weight. I'll tell you, it'll do every bit of that. We've launched every bit of that. And 1,500 feet AGL is what we get off our 4,300 foot strip. So
what was it again?
1,323 pounds is
the altitude you get?
1,500 feet.
1,500.
Yeah. And that's off a 4,300 foot strip. The important numbers to realize on ground launch is about the 1/3 rule. Okay, if you're doing an auto tow, you should get about 1/3 of that tow line length in altitude. If you're doing a winch launch, you'll get about 1/3 of the length of line you lay out in altitude. That's just kind of a general rule. You get 1/3 of whatever you put in. So if you're getting less than that, you've got a weak link, you've got a weak problem in there. If you're getting more than that, you might be starting to stress your glider a little bit. There comes a happy medium in there, and that's why we use the weak link. Dang it, save me.